Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Moonstone Forest map. We're playing as a green player out of the second position. Got some options here. I think I go on this 2. Problem is, if I go on this 2, I risk, purple's going to have the 1-point hold. This cap spot here on passage is incredibly powerful because that bonus is a +4 on a 1-point, natural 1-point, regardless of blizzards. This plays for this bonus. I could go on this 2 over here next to white, but he's got a bunch of material over there. I don't think it's worth it. It's possible purple plays on a position over here. This blizzard is a little bit impactful. I'm going to go here. If blue cap's behind me, I think that's a pretty bad play. Purple does not go here, so we can play for the 1 point. It gives me a shared 2-point, essentially, over this whole area. And ideally gets blue to cap on the 5 over here. If he caps next to me, he caps next to me. It very much is what it is type scenario. Yeah, this is respectfully to the blue player, this cap here is awful. This is a horrible cap spot. I don't really even know what the motivation behind this is. With this blizzard here, the chances of you getting this split bonus are incredibly, incredibly slim. I probably just slow roll the 5 through. I'm going to hit this. We're going to have to hit and split, pull the 4 into cap. Start with 5 troops. He'll start with 6, 13. He could do a 13 on. I almost think red's going to take. I don't love red taking this bonus here, but that's okay. I'm surprised white didn't go on the 3. Either of these 3s. I think this one would have been pretty strong. But yeah, blue literally capped here just to cap on its strong territory. This cap doesn't actually make really any sense in my mind. So maybe we get lucky slow roll dice. I think what I'm going to try here is actually slow roll 2 on 1. I don't inherently want to remove his material over here yet. But well, that'll cut down a hefty chunk of change. Worth a shot. He shouldn't be able to take this cap now, so I am going to blitz here. Well, we almost got there. Almost got him. Because the whole idea here is I can't risk him. Because he capped directly next to me, I cannot risk this player getting the bonus over here. Like, this 5 is going to take so long to get over there. I get why he capped here now. He had material here, 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 and here. He literally had, what, like 5 territories in a row? I don't think you roll a 10 on 7 here if you're him. But this certainly helps me out quite a bit more. He might just blitz a 10 on 7. No, he actually is going to go into the pocket. 9 cap here. It doesn't even come and break. So because he doesn't break, there is a concern that red is going to come break me because I don't think he got broken in here. Although red is this is kind of crazy that red would go for this bonus down here. +4. He's capped up in the middle. I mean, this is a good late game cap for sure. Especially if you don't close the bonus off. I'm worried of one of 2 things. Red either comes into Shady Forest and tries to take that bonus, or red comes into Shady Bonus and then hits me here. Shady Bonus, Shady Forest. But yeah, this is Tier List Tuesday, series on the channel where we play every single map in the game, see how they stack up on the meta settings. So that's auto setup, 6-second turn timer, progressive cards, balance both sides, no rank restrictions, alliances, and portals, law, fog, and blizzards are on. We have neutral AI for the series because I don't want to be honest, I don't really want to deal with players botting out and how long those games end up taking. So blue is clearly not a bad player because he kept his cap safe. I just don't think this is very conducive to winning. Now we have ultimate question here is, does black just take his bonus here? Does he break me or red? Who does he decide to break? Because he's clearly playing for this. He's got 2 options to break. He actually breaks neither of us. And pulls presumably all of his own troops off capital, which is absolutely crazy. Red starts with 9. If he's stacked here, he could certainly do something. Debating what I want to do here. I don't like black sitting here. I don't think black is going to play good neighbor, which definitely concerns me. That might rub him the wrong way, but I'm gonna force some sort of control. But yeah, ideally we keep an eye on whether or not blue gets back in here and do something about it. I think that I probably shouldn't have rolled that. That probably gets black to hit me. Blue's gonna take whatever's in the pocket. No, he's gonna play up to 5. Yeah, not unsurprisingly hits me. But he's stuck behind me. So once the cards dry up out here, we've got him behind me. Which certainly isn't a bad thing. We let white play for this bonus, which is also, again, not a bad thing. Or he goes the completely opposite direction. I believe purple was fighting over this back here, too. He did knock blue out of here, which is valuable. I don't know why he wouldn't just take this bonus, but that's just me. Black gets 9. Presumably all 9 dumps on this. Does he go up or down? Ultimate question. I think he's going to go up. Or he doesn't go anywhere. Which would be remarkable. There it is. I knew this guy couldn't help himself, man. These players can never help themselves. Seemingly his fortify came elsewhere. I don't actually think it's worthwhile to open him back up either. I don't think I want to take this bonus back. Red did not get broken down here either. Red decides to close off his capital there. I'm not going to hit black because black's going to be too strong and could legitimately roll my cap. I'm just going to pretend like I'm having trouble on the backside. But no, we don't retake this. There's no benefit to me retaking that. What we actually want here is we want black to hit red. Purple interestingly plays for this. So this actually, purple very well could have, why are you hitting me? I don't know if he knocked blue out of here. I think that might have been a troop escape. Puts all 5 here. Yeah, no, blue's still down here. Blue doesn't have much left away from this cap, but he's still down here. But yeah, no sense hitting. If you're wondering, like, C-Money, oh, why didn't you hit why did you break red? Why didn't you hit this? Black had 17 troops here. Split, so this is at least 15. I have to hit a 3. White hits up here anyway, so I don't feel so bad. I have to hit a 3. There's a chance I could lose some troops on that. Maybe he had a better fortify up this way from whatever he had in the pocket. You know, say he had 17 back here because he pulled out whatever was in the pocket. Then he gets 9 more. 26 on that. Like, I've seen guys roll that. We just lose our cap to blue right after. It just wasn't something I was willing to risk on that last turn. White stacking here with red right there, I think, is super bizarre. White actually, or black backs up. That might be good enough for me to retake here. And he still has not removed red, interestingly. That was a dumb play by red because that was just not a good play by red because you do that play. Like, I could obviously re-break him, but you should have known I didn't. There's no point opening my cap there. Like, I didn't re-break him. I could have. I decided not to. You don't open up my cap here. Purple has more than 12 territories. That's or 12 or more territories. But that play by red, you don't. You know I don't have a bonus. There's no point in hitting me here. I only attacked. Well, I guess if you were paying enough attention, you would know I didn't have a bonus. I'm fine with red holding this +5. I don't really care. What I'm actually more surprised the fact that black has not hit red in the winter bonus here. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till trade-ins come in before I re-hit black here. But black does appear to be holding completely off capital. Blue, unfortunately, is still taking cards on the other side of the board. I'm surprised that purple or black or somebody who I saw in this area hasn't done something about that. But black having external position is very bad for me. Sorry, blue having external position is very bad for me. The main reason I tried to full send as much of their material up here on that first turn as I could. Unfortunately, couldn't deal with the 5. But yeah, I can't understand voluntarily taking this cap back here. If he wanted to disrupt me, a cap on ladder would have been a much better capital. Because then I'm held off from the split bonus. You hold me, in a good spot there. But I'm thinking red is actually stacking a decent amount of troops on Ellie's shop here, but I'm not sure why black wouldn't just hit that. And that territory is in the winter bonus. Shady Forest, the other +4 on the board. Spring and forest clearing +6. Golden Root and lower forest +3s. Green Grove +2. And summer and autumn are +5s if you're able to hold them. Red is getting 14 troops because black is for some reason not breaking him here. I have no interest in breaking you, dude. Truly zero interest. I do have to hit this card on black, though. So I think purple and white have capped in the same bonus, if I had to guess. And he card skips. And because he card skipped, I will also card skip. Purple, on the other hand, does not card skip. I don't know what the point of taking this card is if you're then going to take a bunch of stuff on the other side, but I can use this as my card in the next turn without opening up black. I think blue will also card skip, which is very interesting. And you guys know I don't particularly like card skipping, but in this scenario where I'm going to be forced to open myself up to an opponent with a card, it just doesn't make me excited. But once somebody starts taking cards, that's when I would stop card skipping. So like if like blue should theoretically just take a card here. And the fact that he's placing 2 troops elsewhere makes me think he is going to do that, and he does. So I actually end up getting a better trade in here than blue, which will be valuable. I just hope that like red or black gets aggressive enough on the bottom of the board to do something about it. I don't know why. Black must not know where red's cap is, which makes sense. Because otherwise you break this and you break this hard. There's no reason not to hit this stuff down here. White started with 5. Yeah, so white and purple are, I think, just swinging back and forth at each other. I'll add a troop here. I don't want to open black up because at this point he's gotten 9 troops. We're on turn 5. 4 straight turns he's gotten 9 troops. That is 36 troops that he could very well have stacked here. Does he finally break red? Nope. It's truly foolish. Like, I don't understand letting him hold this down here. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But we are on pace to get the best trade-in in the game, which is otherwise not normally true. And purple, my dude, has finally gotten a bonus. Oh, wow. Either Golden Root or Green Grove. It's either Golden Root or Green Grove with 12 plus territories, which is certainly possible. I could also see him eliminating the white player. White and him seem to be going back and forth, although he trades first, so I don't understand why you would try to eliminate white, but you do you, for sure. 11 troops to be placed. All 11 back here, by the way. Still has troops out in the open, though. And I can't go remove those. That's the biggest issue, is blue is going to continue getting cards back here. Although by skipping, I've basically, I launched myself from 6 to the one betterment of skipping. I launched myself from 6 to the 15, and then what? The next trades are 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I launched myself from... That's not good. That's not good that he just opened up red's cap. I don't know what on earth white is doing. But 30... I was at 25 to 45, 20 troops worth, which is pretty crazy. I don't know why white would go and break red there. I think white is easily the worst player in this lobby. This is actually my second attempt at recording this. White was in my previous game, and he flagged very early. I am unsure why. I booted up another lobby after that game ended with 3 people botting or flagging, and somebody just snowballing caps off of that. That somebody was not me. Sometimes it takes multiple attempts, everybody. Red has actually just taken someone's capital. White has flagged. He took white's capital. There he goes again. Now this will trade red. Okay, red does not go take the elimination. So there's a chance white is stuck behind black. Or behind blue, I mean. Oh. Do we think he's got white in here? I'm not going to heavily defend this. I anticipate red hitting this. And white may be on the other side of this 10. Or blue has white back here. Either way, I didn't want to let blue out. That was kind of the biggest thing. Oh my goodness. Well, that's one way to do it. I do wonder if blue has white kill guarded on Grove back here. So now red has to pick his poison because he straight up does not have a capital here. He's got to pick somebody to hit. There's no way white isn't back here. I feel like if red, well, red didn't go for the kill, right? So maybe white's sitting on berries. I don't know. I don't have this very well defended. Purple doesn't have this very well defended. Blue trades. He's gonna roll me. Okay. I mean, black should just completely clear back here. Presumably, red sees me get hit out of here. Also, what the hell was that roll on the 8 cap? Loses 8 on an 8 cap. Stupid. Black should just keep me back here. Yeah, smart guy. And red still has this bonus. Red has both of these. He's got the +4 and the +2. I have a trade-in. I think purple attacks out, though, right? Nope. Yeah, I wasn't risking blue being able to kill me. That's why I hit in here in the middle. Or not kill me, but feed me to black, I guess is a better way to put it. He's likely still down here, too. Unless they've knocked him out of there. Now, the issue is that this now shows, does he roll a cap? He doesn't even roll a cap. And he failed this. So black basically has to kill blue before he kills me. And blue is now worth 2 cards, so that's not nothing. Also, wait, so purple got 7, which means he has double cap, which means red likely still doesn't have a bone or doesn't have a capital. We knew black would hit me back here. I don't think blue ever took this back here. He hits blue here. Oh my gosh. All right. Here's hoping red doesn't come kill me. Red picks up an additional bonus. +3 probably. And trades. Oh, he's killing purple. He is killing purple. So maybe he thinks me or blue has a better hold here? Yeah, I still blue's attack on me, trading in early and hitting there is completely unfathomable. The fact that I'm still alive is insane. And we do live to trade, which is equally insane. Black is still off cap, which is also equally insane. I'm glad I read that correctly. I am so glad I read that correctly. And a joker on 3. This game is winnable with black off caps, that is for sure. I was like, I think red is keeping purple for an extra card. But I will trade off of purple. Just don't put too much over here. If he doesn't put enough to roll cap over here, we're fine. He still has not hit red down here either, which is crazy to me. That shouldn't be able to get through a cap. But again, this guy, black has been holding off caps all game. As long as I can get through whatever stack he's got on the bottom, I can probably cap run if I can kill red. That's really the biggest thing on this board. And I don't think black could help himself up here either. All right, it looks like he has finally broken red in winter. Red still holds golden root. If red attacks out into me, he perishes. Well, actually, yeah, if he opens his cap up to me. I may actually hold off on... I'm not going to let him hold here. There's no sense. There's no reason to let him hold these bonuses. Wow. Black has a ton of troops there. He can kill red. He absolutely can kill red. He can get pretty close to killing me. The idea here is hoping red doesn't have a trade-in. I'm essentially trying to milk red for one more card here. Knock red out down on the bottom. No, interesting. He's hitting me in here. I don't know if it's because he doesn't want to close his pathing off here. But this guy has no troops on cap. So when the trades get high enough to get through his stuff, we can potentially cap run. Open me? Come on, open me on the left. Open me on the left. I don't love that he's leaving red down here. Splits. 10 goes... Breaks me there. Okay, so he locks his pathing off, which is valuable for me. He's going to break me here. Yeah, black is not very good, man. Open me? Okay, he opens me. We've got a direct line to elimination on red. If red does not trade on 3 here, we have a chance. Black is very slow. Just need to make sure he can't cap run. And that split, so it's he's got to trade. Well played. Well played. This is not, well, this is about to not be well played. Yeah, he doesn't realize how much I have here. He actually lost the roll. It's crazy. Does he sack into me? Yeah. Yeah, that's not surprising at all. He's gonna go hide. Nope. I don't want to trade, but I think I have to. It's unfortunate, but I can't get through that, so I'm gonna give this cap up to black. Black doesn't care about guarding his cap. Actually, here's what we got. This is tactical. We need to remove him down here. I give this up. I'm trying to get black to be greedy. He can have this if he wants it. I don't care. We're guarding in the middle. The idea here is to play for a cap run. Because, again, he's not defending anything. Trades are getting high enough. He takes this cap over here, whatever. Because we know he's going to defend off of it. And as long as... And I think as long as I can get through... Yeah, see, that's another instance where he's going to have not enough troops on cap. As long as I can get through. Red quits. Okay. That makes this much more interesting because black's not going to come roll this. We knew he'd attack off here. He's going to come take this backside of this bonus. Hang on. If he misses this fortify, I think I can win the game. He misses the fortify. I think I can win right now. Cap in here. 2 caps left. 3. Yeah. All right. Let's go. I got to hit through like 30 on the left-hand side, so... I don't know how much he's going to have on stuff. Oh, I can't cap run. I can't cap run because red's still alive. I'm not going to leave a lot here. I'm not going to leave a lot on the left either. I broke everything. And now we hope he closes his lines off here. Yeah, we knew he would trade. That was a little premature with a trade on 3 or 4, though. Because, again, he didn't defend anything here. That might not win. Got too much back here, unfortunately. Okay, not only does that win, it wins positive. That's awesome, man. That's really sick. Is he going to double tap red here? He doesn't have this kill. Oh my god. Oh, he did. He took it out over here. But that doesn't trade him in. He just lost 10 troops on that roll. Now I can actually cap run. Like before, it was kind of a joke. He's going to come get the 5, though. Oh, but not if he doesn't have time. He didn't leave anything here. Oh, my... Guys, this is the most undeserved win I think I've ever seen. I didn't deserve this at all. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't deserve this. 1, 2, 3, 4 capitals. We were at one point down to 5 troops. Good game, dude. Defend your caps. That's all I can say to this guy. Defend your capitals. That's insane. Shout out to him for rolling red and getting red out of here. I can't make this stuff up sometimes. I really can't. I don't know what to make of it. Wow. I'm going to have a section earlier in the game where I admittedly was maybe muttering some stuff about the blue player, where I'm just going to speed it up through there, maybe put some jingly music in the background with a blurb that says, "I'm not happy with blue." And then it'll lead right into my explanation of why I think what he did was maybe not the best play. But Blue was a master. I had a feeling Blue was decent with his cap defense, but the moment he made that play of sacking into me when he wasn't going to trade off of me, it didn't make any sense to me. It really, I didn't understand it. Because even if you eliminate me there, you probably just feed yourself to red or one of the other opponents. Not surprised Black was a novice. Defend your caps, guys. That's the biggest tip I can give you. As far as where this stacks up on our tier list, let's first take a look at our image here of the map. There's only 4 blizzards on this map. It's a 47 territory map, so it is, with the 4 blizzards, it's only actually 5 territories larger than the classic map, but with 9 bonuses, much larger than the 6 that you would have on classic in terms of total bonuses. This one can be really choky. I don't love the 1 point +4 in here as far as being a balanced thing on this map. I think that's a very strong position regardless of where the blizzards end up, because you can never have a blizzard on that territory. And if you have a blizzard on any of those flanking territories on the other spot, then you have a 1 or 2 point hold in a bonus adjacent to that, which is super dangerous, I think, on this map. I typically tend to have fun on it, but I don't think because I have fun that makes it a good map. It's very easy to card block people if it gets to that state of the game. It's also very easy to stalemate in a position like that, especially like a 3-player endgame. And sometimes even easy to snowball, but I don't think that makes it good. You know, all of those things are sometimes true of Europe Advanced, but this map falls too quickly into one of those bundles. And for that reason, I definitely don't think I dislike this one as much as Seagrog's. But I also recognize that this is not a particularly fantastic map. It falls somewhere into the Conwy Castle, Ebi land region. I think I like it more than Overworld because at the end of the day, it does still have some bonuses you can play for. But not my favorite. It's all right. However, we will be visiting my favorite of this map pack next week. That is Trigon's Labyrinth. I hope you guys stick around for that. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with Tier List Tuesday next Tuesday. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.